Okay. That's to start fresh. It's been a while. I want to say thank you for those of you coming back watching the series. This is a brand new start to RimWorld with Lazy's my main mod. He also does RimWorld mods. And he makes packs. He made 630 mods, roughly, together into a giant, enormous pack that makes the game a little more intricate, detailed, complex, but not easier. That's my own problem if I do that. So we're going to make a series here, and it's going to be basically a Mechanitor nation. And I want to make sure I've done this because I tried to do it last time. We lost the save because Anomaly was released and wiped out our save, and it wasn't possible to keep it anymore. And that's fine. I don't mind. But this time I gave myself a little tiny bit of a boost in the beginning, like we usually do. As you can probably see over here, over this way, there's a little bit of stuff. There's extra 8 pawns to start off with, and it's going to be a series where we have 2 mech links already in our head, so we have a third one available on the map, and we're going to try our best to have a very large playthrough with a lot of interaction on the world map. And if you want to see that, you might want to stick around. If you don't, perfectly understandable. Thank you so much. It's been a while since I've recorded anything. I need to about 4 months. I took some time off because of some real life stuff that was going on with recording and YouTube and Twitch, and everything had to be worked out. And now we're back. And by we, I mean the SOB Nation. That's why we're the Sons of Anarchy, not Sons of Banlish. I say it sometimes, but we're not. And I try to be, pretty chill about what we do here. And I want to give you a good series. It's going to be about 30-minute episodes. They're easily digestible. I'm going to try to go up to once a day, every day of the week, very quickly. But for now, I'm just going to get a couple episodes out this week. There's going to be some other series going on. If you want more information, down below in the description, there will be a link to what happened to me, why I'm doing what I'm doing, as well as, of course, the channel itself doing updates on a regular schedule. If you see this and you're going to stick around past this point of the video, which most people who aren't going to stick around have already left and have already gone, that means you're pretty awesome. Thank you very much for doing so. And give me a little comment about yourself, maybe where you live, that kind of stuff, if you feel like it. I love seeing people who actually watch this stuff interact a little bit, even if it just gives me an idea who's watching. I know the numbers are all over the place because people put me on playlists and they watch and stuff because my voice is gravelly and it's because of my old smoking voice that can never go away and never get fixed. But I appreciate you being here. Let's get into it really quickly. The only other thing I'll tell you, I will be renaming these people up here relatively quickly as the Patreons get into it. Now, Hero in Hong Kong is already named. He's our #1 highest level right now, and he's been there for years, and he wanted one in the new playthrough. When he said, whenever it starts up, I want to be this kind of guy. I said, okay, so I kept that in my mind. I made him that. Everything else, except for maybe Banlish at the top left of your screen right now, right over there, boop, will be renamed. Now, do I have to keep Ban in there? No, I don't have to, but it's our main Mechanitor. The other one is, let me see if I can do this. It's going to hear the music come on. Is back bass person. And some of them have some, where the hell is it? It's gear, maybe? No, not gear. It's called mech links. There's a mech link in band. There's a mech link in back bass person. And there's another one over here. This map is pretty cool. I like it. There's another one over here that we can get eventually if we want to. And the music is a little, I usually don't do music, but RimWorld music, it's usually copyright free, so what I'm going to do is turn it off for now, and I'll let people down below tell me if they want music on, because I usually go without music. That way you can listen to your own music at whatever level you want when you watch me do this kind of stuff, compared to having my music on top of the video, on top of what you're trying to do in real life, as a kind of easy listening. It's not completely ASMR. If you have this for ASMR, I gotta admit you're a special kind of person, and I mean that in a good way, because some people like the gravelly smoke or cough voice I have acquired in my life. Now you're going to see some different kind of mods. We have 630. I think there's a mod list somewhere, but I'm not really exactly sure where it is yet. It will go into a description eventually. This map is all generated by RimWorld, and I don't know anything on it so far. The one thing I'm seeing, I think it's part of base game to do the outlines of creatures now, which I think is really nice, because the last time I played was right before Anomaly released, and I really want to do a good playthrough for Mechanation, because it's been driving me freaking nuts. I'm like, you can have more than one Mechanitor, and most people do one. They go, oh, that's our main guy or gal, and that's all. And I'm like, no, do multiple, and have multiple attacks and multiple defenses and all kinds of stuff going on at the same time. Now, the one thing I did do, that if you're going to be like, some people will be very much like, how did the start? Well, there's a decent amount of components, 69. because I'm literally 13 years old. Let me shrink the screen a little bit, by the way. Boop. Or maybe we can do it down here. Boop. Or over here. Zoop. Or how about over here? Zoop. I honestly don't know where a good spot will be. I'm going to leave it up, probably up here for now. I'm also noticing that my screen is screwed up. And I just noticed right this second that my screen is screwed up. So let me fix it. Scale filtering. Order, fit to screen. Yeah, there you go. None of the stuff with the... Thank God I noticed that now. It's only 5 minutes in. Awesome. I don't think we missed anything by not seeing those controls. But we now have everything in here. What I gave myself was a couple cleaning base station 3s, just 2, and 2 haulers. I gave myself 1 good weapon, a pulse suppressor, which Lazy said would be kind of fun. A couple... That's not it. A couple semi-automatic rifles, 2... Well, that's 5, by the way. 2 steel longswords, some meals, 4 Labrador retrievers, 2, I think it's 2 women and 2 men, and that's pretty much it. The map was generated randomly, and I will show you the world map because some of you want to see this. And I'm going to make this very, very, very quick because I want to make sure I get into it and not do an episode 0 like I usually do. Because we're not doing episode numbers this time. I firmly was against it last time, and I'm going to make sure I keep that going this time. So here's where we're at. We're right here, as you can see. And one mod we have on here is... I wonder if I can move this. I can, so you can see it yourself. Ooh, nice. Lazy built a wonderful pack. He's our main, and there will be a link to it if you guys want to get it. I think it's called like Lazy's Tormenting a Ban on Steam, and everything in here you can use, but however, you have to use RimPie to make it work, okay? So if you're like, I'm just going to take various bits and pieces and put it in and not take everything, you're not going to have it work. You might as well just get mods yourself at that point, and that's fine. I'm not saying we know what we're doing. It's just he made a really good pack for exactly what we're looking for this playthrough, which is as much confusion, complexity, craziness, races, weapons, items in the game in terms of like furniture, clothing, bionics, you name it, it's in there. It's not all anything other than complex, though. It's not like, oh, this one weapon, you get this, you spawn. No, you have to build it. Anything you want, you build. And it might be overpowered a little bit, but that's like late game stuff where it doesn't even matter at that point after war caskets and stuff. And even then, I don't think I'm going to even grab some of that kind of gear. Because he's telling me about some stuff like laser pulse Gatling miniguns, and I'm like, what? Laser pulse miniguns? He goes, yeah. And I'm like, okay, so maybe not. All right, back to the main point is how many factions are nearby. There's a lot. As you can, I can't show you the number. It crashes. It pretty much won't populate, but there's something like 40 factions in here, and we made sure that we're in a good spot to interact with as many as possible. I chose, I don't know what this is. This is what is this terrain? This is a mountainous large river, 40 days of growing. The stuff mostly is, I wish there was marble, but I just kind of, I chose the nearest river that I found and just dumped it in the mountains because I think it's kind of an interesting start to dig in and fight those insectoids. Everything around here, it's just random. There's going to be normal, there's no one that we're allied with off the bat. It just starts off and you have to start interacting with people. So that's what we're going to do. Let's go back into the base. When by base, I mean the game has been paused. If you look right here, we are on minute 1 of day 1. We're at 4 a.m. on April 1st. I have not unpaused the game since they landed from their pods. I just took it down because the noise was kind of weird with some of the stuff. There's a lot of stuff on the map. There's a lot of features, and if you want, there's a lot more in here, which we will explore together as we do this series. If you like what you see, great. I hope I can earn your subscription. If not, it's perfectly fine. Let's do what we can to unpause the game, have some fun right off the bat, because actually, not unpause, I'm going to start digging. The one thing I did see about this, which I thought was really cool, there are 3 mech gestator pods here, or mech gestators, and I'm lucky as hell that happened. I don't know why they are here, but we kind of got screwed on everything else. I looked around and there's no, besides the ancient danger, which I think is down here, which it's a steel wall. I mean, there's nothing else really amazing that dropped off. There's some potatoes there. What's this? This is compacted steel, which I'll guarantee I'll want. And there's this. This is about the only ruins in the map. Oh, there's one more thing. There's one more thing. And that is the Ambrandy Distillery. What's it? You take ambrosia and you make it with brandy. You make Ambrandy, which we've had in some playthroughs before. I've looked around the map a little bit, but I did not unpause. I set some mining orders for some of our people, and that's about it. That's as far as I went. I'm going to start playing right this second, and I think with the way this map looks, I know some of you love this early game discussion. What I'm going to do is I love the river for power, and most likely I'll probably build a wall down here because we have that model where you can do so, and then make sure that the enemy has to come in through these directions or up here. And I think right here looks pretty good. The only bad thing about it is the rich soil is here, and the rich soil is there, and there's a third one right here. You can kind of see it. There might be a little bit of cross. Yeah, there's a little bit more cross in his nose too. And this whatever the ruin this is, all it is granite with some wood. There's nothing really machinery. I've seen some friends of mine like Astakon. When he started his colony, there was all kinds of like components and broken ship parts, and I only have, as far as I can tell, I have one. I have one ship chunk. I was looking at, oh, there's the anima tree. There you go, and that's the range of it. And besides the mech thing right here, there's a lot of car ruins, but oh, there's a bed there. There's some car ruins, but nothing really important. And you'll see some creatures walking around that are not in the base game. And that was because Lazy had free reign to do whatever he thought was appropriate, which I kind of regret in retrospect. There's some baboons down here. But if you look back on the map, there's not any really giant piles of creatures except for this stuff, which is a Empire rabbit, which, for reasons, I don't like rabbits in this game, or my career. So that's all I'll say. Ancient bed, doesn't matter. All right, let's start. We're going to go build right off the bat. I think building right here might not be bad, because I mean with the forest, not the forest. I'm also watching like a hawk right now. The YouTube stuff at the bottom. Sorry, the recording amount. I don't want to get these episodes above 30 minutes. They get really mistreated by the algorithm. Like if any of you like hit the like button, that helps a great deal, right? If I go over 30 minutes though, it wipes out tons and tons of goodwill with the algorithm. So I'm trying to be very good about it, and that'll make these episodes around 27, 28 minutes. That way, it's not longer than a short TV episode. For those Americans that used to do that, as well as other people in the world, and it shouldn't be too long when the algorithm goes, oh my god, long content, never showed anyone, because I do want to grow. If you want to know why I'm trying to do YouTube stuff, there's a video description. There's a video in the description that tells you what happened in the last 4 months. I haven't titled it yet. It'll probably be, after this video goes live, I'll probably put the title in there. Something along the lines of like channel update or something, because nothing bad happened. It was just a little too much work at the time, and I couldn't handle it all. So let's see what we can build first. I want to claim all. No, I don't want to claim that yet because it'll skyrocket my wealth. Let's go for a quick little build. We're going to chop down a lot of trees. So we're going to have orders, chop wood, and we're going to chop down pretty much everything here. That's too much. How about I cancel this one? I want to make sure I don't do something really bad right off the bat and make a giant mistake. So I'm going to chop on this part here, right here. That's a lot. And I'm also going to chop in here. Now I'm going to put the house, or whatever we want to call it, base right about here. I know I could go all the way back here and make a very nice base and all yada yada yada, but with the soil being right here, I think it's a good idea to grab it as quick as I can and start farming it, compared to not, because we don't have a lot of food. We have a lot of ponds, as you can tell. There's a lot of people and there's not that many meals, so I don't really want to waste a lot of time getting pounded by the food issue. So let's go build up right off the bat, because I love building. And we're gonna make some do I want log walls? Normal wall? Dominant style scavenger? Sure, let's do that. I'm gonna build, and I'm gonna have to remember some of the controls. It's been a while. We already have some basic stuff built in the way we want. I'm gonna come down here like this, and there's gonna be some ruinous junk in the back, but I want to make a barracks that'll be ready for tonight. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Like that. That's different than what I'm used to. It really is. Ornate door? No. I want a normal door. Single door? Sure. Right there is fine. We're going to make a bunch of beds. I just want to get the most basic stuff up right off the bat. I could put the barracks down here, because that way they won't get pissed off with that. But when they're asleep, they shouldn't be affected by it. I think that's how that still works in the world. Let's go down here to... And you might be like, what's he doing? I forgot some of the controls. I haven't played the game since before Anomaly. I'm a little rusty. Not badly, just enough. There will be some double beds. I think some people are married, but not many. I think there's a couple. Let me see. Rotate. Is this one? one there, and I'll put a couple singles and hope that's good enough for now. 2. That should not be like that. Build copy. That's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is going to be a very ugly barrack. We'll let them go right off the bat. I'm not going to go this slow. Achievement unlocked, baby's first mods. Have 10 active mods on the mod list. They redid all the achievements? Ugh. Need warm clothes. Who? Excuse me? What's your clothing? I don't even know what they're... Oh, they're wearing... She's wearing a shirt and an apron only. Oh, well, that's nice. You're wearing just a shirt. Oh, that's great. I didn't even give enough clothes for these people. Wow, no one's wearing pants except for you. Wait, you are wearing pants. All the women are rocking just a t-shirt. As funny as that sounds, it's not. Let's go to a higher speed. We also have, instead of having 1x and 2x, we have 3x and 4x. I don't know if, I think 3x is in base game. 4x is definitely something that Lazy added. There's also this menu here. If you're like, what is this for? Well, this is the one thing that I think a lot of people should get as a mod. If you don't even get the mod pack we're using. Now what this does is, you can add in, it'll pause the game, items you want to set with a check mark if you do them. Like for instance, let's go for build first barracks room. Then we're going to add in build kitchen. Then we're going to add in chop down trees in starting area. And then we're going to add in one more called like, this is only a test. Now, why would I do that? Because you can do this and exit out, and it'll stay on there until you manage it and go, hey, you know what? I want this gone. And you can delete it if you want to, just by like this, and now it's gone forever. Some of you are going to say, that's a great thing. Some of you don't care, and that's fine. Because if you want in-game resources compared to having to Alt-Tab out a million times, let's say you're on a laptop, or you're on a one-monitor solution, well, it's not easy sometimes to always Alt-Tab when you're trying to play the game. It doesn't like it. This is your solution to that. I don't know what it's called. I will find out if people ask, and I'll put it up here, so it's hopefully not too obtrusive. Colonists can gain expertise in what? I gotta admit, I did make someone really high when I did this one, and I know someone's gonna say, oh my god, you're cheating. No, I'm not cheating. We made a start where we're gonna get into the overland map and start attacking people, and they're gonna attack us very, very, very soon. If you want any of these characters, by the way, and you are a Patreon, please make yourself heard in the comments down below. If not, that's okay. You can go on Patreon itself, and I'll make a new post very shortly, probably about a week after this all goes live, and say, hey, now that people have had their chance to actually be part of it, you can get it too. Now we're on day 1. What is that? Wait, that's minerals. What is that? That's bauxite. There's a lot more minerals in this map. There's a lot more, oh sorry, this mod pack, there's a lot more wood, a lot more crops, a lot more clothing, a lot more guns. Everything you could think of, there's more of. And I mean that severely. I mean, there's more security options. It doesn't make the game easier. It just means more stuff you have to build. That's all. Wow, he's already digging through that. Nice, good job. Go Junzi. So we have our first little place up. I think it's roofed. Let me see. It is not roofed. Okay. Let's just put it on there because I'm not really sure if it's going to do it or not. Do this. Build that. Should go pretty quickly. And I want to know... it's going to be like 4 or 5 episodes before I can get any responses down below. If you think the sound is too high, too low, please let me know what you think it is. The more detail you give me, the better, because my hearing is not like yours. My hearing is kind of bad, to say the least. That's the best thing I can tell you. Okay. Let's get a few more things set up. I want to get, if I can... Now, the barracks is fine where it is. Let's turn off the visibility roofs, and we're going to go back down and build in a little bit. Yeah, I'm pausing a little bit here and there. I don't really care. Don't like it, don't watch. Oh, what I always say. We're going to make a very nice, great hall right here. And it's going to go over. And down here might be a kitchen. I think that's a good way to start it off with. Well, I say that. Kitchen and a freezer. How about that? And the freezer has to be double-walled because reasons. And by reasons, I mean insulation. Okay. Door... I think we still have... Do we have... Yeah, no, we don't have the doors I'm thinking of. We used to have, in one of the mods, we used to have, like, doors from, like, saloons. They're very small. I think it's a research I have to do. And I know I don't have research yet. Believe me, I know. I know. That's a door there. That's a door there. We'll airlock this, because the kitchen will be here. This will be the, probably towards the mountain will be the other stuff. I need to also double wall this. Now, why are we double walling? For those of you who don't know the game, insulation is a thing. The more you insulate, the better you'll be. Now, if we're going to have a kitchen here, we don't need to insulate that. But we do need to insulate everything else. So I'm going to go back and pull a little bit of this off. It doesn't need to be done. The other stuff does. By the way, this is the game that got me, if you're new to this channel, this is the game that got me into streaming back in 2015. I was watching people on Twitch for like 2 years with just BSing in their channels and stuff, and I always would go into RimWorld streams first if I could. If past that was Don't Starve Together, Project Zomboid, Kenshi, stuff like that. That's because they were around. I liked the game. I would see people play the game that were better than me. And I just eventually got talking to a guy. He said, you should do this because you're funny as hell and you make me laugh when I stream. And I said, all right. I gave it a shot and ended up loving it. So there we are. So they're going to build this up. I got to change one thing while I'm sitting here. Where's temperature? Temperature. Temperature. So we're going to build, this is actually wrong, industrial cooler, huh? A large industrial type air cooling machine that fits into a wall. Cool air comes from outside, while hot air exhaust goes at the other. Can be used to cool down rooms during summer or create a walk-in freezer. This one's probably a lot better than the other ones. It's very large. We're going to put this in right away. We're going to flip it around. And we're going to go like this. Both the hot and cold must be exposed. I'm trying to, game. How about this? How about like this? That's backwards. Ah, that's so stupid. That is stupid. There you go. Cool inside, heat outside. That might work a little better. No less need power. I forgot the power. Not really. Rotting gas generator. Generates electricity by absorbing nearby rotting gas and automatically absorb rotting gas from surrounding area. What the heck? Rot fish? I don't know what that is. Portable wood fire generator, chem fuel generator. All right, let's go for a wood one. And we're going to put this, yes, outside here. It doesn't matter. And we'll dump it here, so we don't have to use a lot of power. Power conduit will go here. And we're going to run it right on through because we're going to go through our base with it. I'll let them build while I'm doing all this stuff. You know, one thing RimWorld I think needs, which I don't think, well, it doesn't need, but I thought about it the other day. We don't have windows. You notice that? We never have windows anywhere in RimWorld. Everything is like dark. Or has lights, but there's no like other way to do it. I'm like, huh. Now, why am I running cables over there? Because we're going to take over this eventually. This barracks will become probably the mech room because it's already there. Why not? Let's see. Furniture. I want some lights. No, that's not lights. Lights is here. Do we have any wall lamp? Is 15 steel? Lazy put a lot of things in. I have no idea what he put in. I try to make sure I'm absolutely not aware of what's going on. If you have any suggestions for the series, by the way, in terms of like plans you want me to maybe tackle, I don't mind. Go for it. Why is it? There's power over there, huh? I'll have to reconnect that. I don't want that over there. I try to keep my lights relatively good. This quickly is going to become this is quickly going to become. See, this needs to be airlocked. I didn't do it right, so I'm going to do this real quick before I forget. The rotation is actually waiting. Oh, I see. It's not rotating. It's assuming. Okay. So what we have to do is make sure we have an airlock in here. Now, airlocks are lovely things. If you don't know how an airlock works, the game will actually pretend to know how air works. And it simulates it with what it can with the simulation. But what happens is, if you have an airlock and you open one door, and by the time your pawn gets over here, either door will close behind them before the next one opens up, meaning the hot air won't change place with the cold air, which I love. Farmer Brown finished cooking. Reached level 1 in cooking. What the heck are you cooking? Excuse me? What the heck did... What? Excuse me? How? Let me guess. Let me guess. I know. You probably... I have no idea. It says reach level cooking, but you have 120... It must have been some kind of like a conversation or something. I'm not sure that's even part of the game. I'm not sure the mod does it either. Now, one thing we have to do is unforbid everything on the map. Orders, I'm going to unforbid everything, allow everything. Now this will be our freezer, so only freezing goods goes there. This will be the kitchen. This will be our main hall, and then we have nothing else for storage at the moment, which is okay. Now we can't walk through here yet, but we will be able to soon. Or maybe I'll just build something else. I think a storage right about here in the center of the base is not a bad idea. Now, why will there be no doors here? Because I don't want them tracking filth as they try to go around back here and go do that kind of stuff. And I really want to get this done as soon as possible. So let's go for deconstruct, 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 deconstruct. Did I hit that one? I did. Deconstruct. It's not hitting that one. It is. Ancient car. Yep. Get rid of them all. I have to attack it to destroy it, of course. It'll be a little bit of messy stuff. I'll try to do a little bit on the series between episodes. I'll only do issue orders that aren't important, like make a stack, gather something, maybe chop down a tree. I will never unpause the game and just do stuff unless I tell people in advance, way in advance. Because like something like, oh, I have to redo all my storages because they're all messed up and all the shelves are bad. I'm going to try not to let that happen this time. I also want a second power plant. I do. I think they're important. Now, who's my constructor? Actually, I don't even know. I think it's something. It's so early in this. Wow, it's so early that I actually don't even know. Now, this time, last time we played, I got a lot of hatred for this one. If you're this far deep, you'll probably understand why. I usually do things like the last time I played, I did check marks over numbers, and people were so angry because they're like, "You don't understand? This one should be 1, and this one should be 2, and this one should be 3," and I'm like. I was playing because I had so many characters. I think we had 40, 50 characters on that time. I was doing it where either they do the job or they don't do the job. Not like they run out of work. Because with 2 checks, we'll basically do that. If you do plant cutting, there's nothing to cut for plants. Now you can go cook. If there's nothing to cook, go take a break. People did not like that playthrough in terms of that one decision. That was the most hatred I've ever gotten off of one decision. This time, I'm going to change all this around and we will fix it. I wonder if I can do the whole line. Can I do the whole line at once? Probably not. Now, if you're wondering what, now I'm going to do most of this off of recording because I know we're already 27 minutes in. Thank you very much for being part of it this deep. If you want to let me know anything or give any suggestions down below, you're more than welcome to. If you want any buttons, hey, that's up to you. I'm just happy that you're here. Thank you so much. Hopefully hit the follow button if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you in the next video. This will be a very long-running series, so hopefully I'll get some good suggestions and feedback to make sure this goes right. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video.